project. I'm Haley, that's Isaiah, and this is Isabella. And our tribe's name is the Waccamaw Siouan. We've been working on this for 3 weeks, and we found some really good information about our tribe. Our tribe's subjects are history, shelter, beliefs, natural resources, and interesting facts. The first thing I am going to present is our tribe's history and timeline. In 1712, a special effort was made for the Waccamaw. And they also did a war against the Tuscarora. In 1715, they received an ammunition from the Cheraw. And in 1720, England was in a brief war against our colonists. In 1755, the Cherokee natives killed some of our Waccamaw Indians. In 1909, there was a news reporter who had a following article that appeared. In 1910, the Waccamaw's earliest first known government was created. And I will pass this on to Isaiah.
I'll be talking about shelter and living conditions. For their shelters, they had bark dome-shaped houses. It was covered in feathers, leaves, wood, and straw. They were called big ones. While the men hunted for food, the ladies farmed. I'll be passing it on to Isabella.
I'll be talking about beliefs, traditions, and customs. Our tribe had a princess, and she liked to wear buckskin dresses with beads and other decorations on it. She would also help her father do stuff around the house like chores and clean, so she could become queen one day. And also there is a legend about the Lake Waccamaw, which is when a falling star hit this big area and made a giant hole. And when it rained, it filled it up, and that's how they believed that Lake Waccamaw was made. And it was called the Legend of the Falling Star. And one of their traditions is, and when they married, the women and the men drank out of a separate cup, and then they drank out of the same. I'm going to be passing it on to Isaiah.
I'll also be talking about the natural resources. For the aquatic animals, they hunted turtles, oysters, shellfish, clams, crab, and regular fish. For the forest resources, they used wolves, trees, bark, and also hunted bears, raccoon, deer, turkey, ducks, geese, and chicken. For the farming resources, they had melons, lima beans, kidney beans, pumpkins, corn, squash, gourd, and tobacco. I'll be passing it on to Isabella.
I'll be talking about interesting facts. One is when they would tell legends, they would carve it into wood so they could read it. And also, we are related to the Kahara tribe. And also, we talked about the princess again. Like I said, she wore buckskin dresses with other decorations. And she helped her father around the house to become queen. Our tribe also sorted their garden, like corn in a row and other stuff in each row. We also had a lot of wars with different kinds of tribes, and we also had a war with the Tuscarora tribe and others. I'll also be talking about the submarine, which is what we want you to remember about the Waccamaw Siouan tribe is. In the history, we want you to remember we had the war with the Tuscarora tribe, and the shelters, the house were made out of, they would look like domes with sticks, feathers, and leaves on it. And also about the legend about the falling star. And the natural resources, the farm, they had corn, melons, tobacco, lemon beans, and pumpkins. And for the forest, what they hunted was wolves, foxes, deer, bears, and they also used water for one of their natural resources. And now I'm going to pass this on to you.
I'm going to read our driving question. And what a driving question is, like something that you write down to remember what you want to learn about. Our driving question is, how has the Waccamaw Siouan tribe's natural resources helped them survive? The way it helped them survive is by they use their food to plant their plants plants and food that they grew. They would eat that to help them survive for food. They drink the water to help them survive for water. And animals they hunted to use like skin and make clothes out of or eat. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions? And you will have a test too. What?
Yeah.
Which oh yeah, it's not really a question, but the Lake Legend, I know one of the questions, or the answers to the yes. It's the shooting star.
Wrong.
Ian.
You got it.
I
Nice.
have a question. Do you guys have any like more wars with other tribes? Do you know their names?
We did have a war with the
European settlers.
yeah, we went against Cody or Kirsten Cody.
The Maharan tribe.
The Maharan tribe.
We had other wars, but I guess I don't remember their names. Julia?
Where did your name come from?
We
I
didn't
don't
really
think
find
found
that
it.
out. We don't know
Shane?
Do you have any other stuff with another tribe?
We have.
Related
We were-
to the
We're
house.
related to the
that.
Kahari.
Kahari
tribe. And we could speak like one of the other tribe's names.
Pony.
Mhm.
Ashley?
Did y'all have a symbol?
We didn't really find that out, so we're not sure.
I think we might have.
Nathan?
Do you know what your name means?
No.
We never found
We
that
don't
out
know
either.
that.
Well,
Hunter?
I'll show you.
For when you did the driving question, what date was it when the Tuscarora, I forgot what tribe.
Tuscarora?
Yeah, Tuscarora.
When we had the war with them?
Yeah.
1712.
Yeah, the 1712.
Teresa?
Archer?
Did you know that that Mackinac had a war with Tuscarora and the Maharan helped the Tuscarora during the war, and then I think the Tuscarora won.
Teresa?
Okay. Do y'all have any like plans?
That I don't know about.
Oh.
We ate them.
What?
We ate them.
We ate?
Teresa, were you asking what plants they grew?
Oh, did you say clams or clams?
Clams.
Oh, did you say clams?
Clams? Oh yeah, we ate
Clams. Like
I thought you said
She made clams.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Boys and girls, give them the floor. Okay.
Okay. Well, this is like the forest because we wanted to do something on our natural resources because we had a lot of information about that. So we got like little animals that they hunted, and for our garden we put the food. We used the food that we know that was our natural resources, and we sort of like use little puffles or ponds to get that color and put them in like little rows and make it look like actual